Right, so we've got 3 bets for Saturday's action, and it all kicks off in the 205 at Beverley. It's only a small field, but it's still competitive, and the one that I like most at the odds is Victory Command. Now, he's got some strong handicap form to his name, including behind Forest of Dean at York last weekend. But I think it's his Chelmsford win that is just as important, as he made all that day. And looking at the field here, similar tactics, they could really give him an edge in this race, where not many of his rivals look like they want to go forward. Cutting the ground, it's currently good to soft at Beverley. That should be fine for him. Whilst if it stays on the soft side, I'm not sure that'll definitely be ideal for some of his rivals, and I just think he's got a better chance than current odds of 6-1 and bigger currently suggest. Next up, we've got the Atlanta Stakes at Sandown. Now, this isn't a strong race as group races go, and opposition to Jubiloso is pretty thin on the ground. She was 3rd in the Coronation Stakes at Royal Ascot, so down in this Group 3, you know, she's obviously got a pretty good chance, but she did show at Glorious Goodwood that she's not bomb-proof in this lower grade. She was beaten at odds-on in the Oak Tree Stakes, and I think at around even money, she is worth taking on. The one that I like is Doonlight. Now, she is a rapidly improving filly. She won a handicap at Doncaster, and then she followed up in a listed race at Ascot last time. She came from last to first there in impressive fashion, and even though similar tactics tomorrow would be a bit of a concern, because there doesn't look to be a great deal of pace on, she does have Dettori back in the saddle, so you'd be surprised if she was found wanting from a tactical point of view. And I think at around 3-1, she is a viable alternative to the favourite. The final bet comes in the Solario Stakes. It's an interesting race when you look at the shape of the betting, because I think the first 2 are actually opposable. Now, Positive is favourite, and he would be hard to beat if he's in the same form as at Goodwood, but I think there's viable reasons for why he may not be. This ground won't bring his stamina into play quite as much as what it did at Goodwood, and he rather picked up the pieces there, I thought, as others faltered behind impressive Pinatubo. Visionari, he was one of the beaten horses that day, but I think he just might be worth one more chance here. He hasn't gone on since that real spectacular debut, but his run at Newmarket in the July Stakes, that wasn't that disappointing. You know, he's beaten in a 3-way photo, and I think we can forgive the Goodwood run. That was on rain-softened ground, and he was just beaten too far out, really. He's had a bit of a break, and I like the fact that they're bringing him to Sandown. The stiff finish will play to his long stride, you know, that much mocked long stride, but there's no doubt that we haven't really seen the best of him yet, and this could be the time that he puts it all together.